Yes, Neil, I think that it was hugely important because I was already at a mainstream school, and and the schools for the deaf in those days were quite different specimens to what they are now. And just to be very clear about that, they're often just incredible places now. That there's so many opportunities and possibilities. In those days, it was very much sign based. So there wasn't this understanding between the relationship of deafness and music, for example, deafness and sound. Technology was far more primitive than it is now as far as hearing aids and cochlear implants and so on. Those were not available in those days. So it was quite a different landscape. So you could understand why people felt that, oh, well, that's showing on your hearing graph, so you need to just, you're now eligible, as it were, to go into this type of school. And but that's not listening to the person, and what is it that makes them tick? What's their interest? What is it that they're perhaps strong at, less strong at, and so on? So things can't be defined by your disability that is suddenly registered, as it were. And so I think that it was absolutely the right decision for me to go to a mainstream school. But it's important for me to say that Ellen Academy, the school I went to, was one of the first community schools that was built. It had the old academy, and then the new academy was this community school. And it meant that it was kitted out with ramps, for example, for kids who just happened to be in a wheelchair. It was kitted out where the colour schemes in the school were more appropriate for sight impaired pupils. There were peripatetic teachers for hearing impaired kids like myself who came in once a week. All sorts of things like that. The school believed that every child belonged to every department of the school. So that meant that why couldn't a deaf kid go into the music department? Why couldn't a blind person be in the art department? Why couldn't someone in a wheelchair be in the sporting department? And it goes on and on and on. So that was really important, and that had a huge bearing on my whole journey moving forward with inclusivity and access.